I don't have a catchy intro for this one. I wish I did, but I don't. Once again, I'm recording this in the morning before we leave again, so I'm going to recall back. I remember everything I did yesterday, and I just looked through the photo, so it's not a problem there. It's just an issue. What happened yesterday, if you've been noticing that the video was uploaded really late yesterday, that was due to the fact that halfway through the upload, the 24-hour cookie that lets you access the internet at the hotel expired, and so in the middle of uploading, it just cut off the internet. That's a jerk thing to do. But since I renewed that thing way late at night, well, not way late at night, like at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock yesterday, I'm hoping this one will upload by then. Should. This is, once again, the residency showcase. And this time, instead of taking a picture of a half-size aisle, I took a picture of a full-size aisle. And I don't know how well you can make this out. I recognize what I'm looking at. But all the way back here, there's just this thin white line. I believe that's the doorway out. That's just the tops of the doorways out. You can see the posters and the little display curtains and everything all the way down to here. And again on this side, all the way back up here. And again, I'd like to impress upon you that this is just one of 6 rows. There's like 3 or 4 of these big, huge rows. And then there's 2 or 3 of the little half-size rows. This was taken Tuesday morning at the morning session. There was another session again Tuesday afternoon. This is my lunch. Oh, tostada con... what is it called? Tostada camarón con toro. It was delicious. There's a place called Baja Fresh Express. It's like it's a Mexican food little restaurant thingy, but it's all very freshly made. They're actually cooking the meat on a grill right behind you. Well, not behind you, but behind them. And all the ingredients, and they put it all together. It's not like Taco Bell where there's a hot little pot of meat or anything. So you can see my shrimp, my camarón, they were grilled on that little grill real quick and then thrown in, and they were really good tasting, actually. And then this thing has, you can see the lettuce and the cheese, a tomato, some pico de gallo, guacamole, sour cream. Underneath all that is 2 big scoops, one of black beans and one of pinto beans. This was a huge salad. I mean, it was almost $10, but that's because of the shrimp. If you didn't get the shrimp on this salad, it was like $6 or $7. Very reasonable, right next to the convention center. I liked it. Ah, yes, and then at night. I didn't take any pictures during the day because I went to the residency showcase, and then I went to the exhibit, and I got a textbook. Actually, I got 2 textbooks from the exhibit. 2 people were giving them away. Then I went to the second residency showcase. Then I went to a Clinical Pearls session. And then Clinical Pearls are little 5-minute presentations on something that they on some quick little topic, something, to get your mind going, or to tell you something you might not have known before. And they do pearls for all kinds of things. Like right now, this morning, literally while I'm talking and recording this, there's like a management pearls session for pharmacy managers, and so they're just going to talk about pearls that are relevant to the manager side. Then we went to like a resume writing workshop, which was student programming. And then we were going out and we were trying to determine what we wanted for dinner. Because the other nights we've had reservations and plans and everything. And tonight at 8 o'clock, I don't want to say tonight, this was yesterday night, Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, there was a student night out at like the Heat Bar and Lounge or something like that. It was a dance club nearby. So they're like, well, we don't really want to go out to dinner if we're just going to go to a dance club. But we do want, of course, to eat something before we go to the dance club. And so I'm like, well, dude, on our way just back to our hotel, it's like, there's Morton's, the steakhouse. And, that's kind of stupid sounding. Morton's, the steakhouse. But I guess that's what they wanted it to be. It's like, oh, this is Morton's. Well, what's Morton's? It's the steakhouse. But actually, it just reads as poor English. Morton's, the steakhouse. And then, of course, there's Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. We actually have one of these in Arizona. It's very good. Very, very good. I am not lying, and I want to impress upon you how literally I mean this. My mom's steak, when we took her there for her birthday, you did not have to chew it. I'm not saying, oh my gosh, it was so good, it's like you didn't have to chew it. I mean, you did not have to chew it. They had cooked it down to the point she had specifically gotten a very tender cut of meat anyway. And I took a bite of it, and you could just, mush it up and swallow it. But not in a bad way. It actually still had good texture and everything. It was delicious. I highly recommend it, but it's very expensive to eat there. Very expensive. Agio Ristorante. A nice Italian restaurant. Very nice looking. I just took a picture of the sign. But you can tell it's a fancy restaurant based on the font. And the fact that they didn't capitalize the restaurant name or Ristorante. Unlike, our American ones where everything is in capital letters. No, instead, we all got ready. This is what it's like when there's 9 girls in one room trying to get ready to go to a club. And we went to Cuisine of Indian. No, this is another place. I had meant to take a picture of this. There's a Ramada, like a big Ramada hotel. It's a fancy Ramada too, not like the little crappy Ramada outsourced ones. And on the ground floor, there's an Indian restaurant that sells apparently Cuisine of Indian. And it's available every day. And, just in case you forgot, it's Indian cuisine. It's insane how many typos there are on the outside of this restaurant when it's part of a major Ramada hotel. It's sad and stupid. But no, we got in line at Subway because I said, hey, there's a Subway, we need to go there. And they're like, okay. And there was actually a big line in front of us, too. I was still standing outside the door when I took this picture at the end of the line. It's a #1 Zagat rated Subway. Or Zagat, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. You get free drink refills for dine-in customers only. No refills after leaving store. Management. I point that out only because sometimes when I go to Subway at lunch, I keep my cup, like I'll fill it up and then I'll leave back to school and I'll drink the soda. And then I'll have the cup in my car. And so on the way home, sometimes I stop into the Subway and I just get a glass of soda real quick because maybe I'm really, really thirsty sometimes after class. Or these people would be like, no refills after leaving store. This is such a busy store. They have 2 toaster ovens and 2 microwaves. I have never seen that before. And I've eaten at a lot of Subways across the country. But this Subway is open 24 hours. I have only ever seen one other 24-hour Subway, and it's in a truck stop. It's not its own Subway. So this was like heaven to me. Also, this guy is passing fake money. And it looks like he's wearing a Steelers jacket, it amused us to no end that, of course, the one guy whose picture is taped in front of the register for the customers to see, is also wearing a Pittsburgh jacket. Please have your order ready, including your choice of potato chips. They have to keep the line moving because they get busy. With the convention centers and all those hotels right around, lots of people head through the Subway. So I forgot to take a picture of my sub until I was almost done with it. I got a chicken breast sub. They only had American or the shredded cheddar jack cheese, so I got the real cheese. Well, the real-ish cheese. And then they had avocado. It cost extra to put avocado on, but it was fresh avocado. They literally cut the avocado up in front of you. And there was quite a bit of avocado on my sandwich. It was very good, though. And then they also had, this was new bread that I have not seen before. It's omega-3 infused 9-grain oat bread. Now, they already do the 9-grain wheat and the 9-grain honey oat. So this basically has like flaxseed in it. That's how they get your 9 grains to go. And it also has extra calcium, vitamin D, 4 grams of fiber. The bread itself tasted really good. It didn't taste exactly like the wheat or honey oat. And I love it when there's all these little seeds and other fiddly bits inside my the bread. I love getting like 12 and 15 grain bread where it's like you really have something there with the bread, not that white bread crap. And then this was a fountain, and this fountain was at the mall place where we were, where I'd shown you the pictures of like the poinsettia tree and the Disney wall that lights up when you use the flash. This fountain was there, and so I took a picture of it. It was cool. And that's it. And this is the longest video yet, so bye-bye.